who don't like this idea. Neil Armstrong, Gene Cernan have both testified against commercial spaceflight and the way that you're developing it, and I wonder what you think of that.
I was very sad to see that, because those guys are, yeah, you know, those guys are heroes of mine, so it's really tough. You know, I wish they would come and visit and see the hardware that we're doing here. And I think that would change their mind.
They inspired you to do this, didn't they?
Yes.
And to see them casting stones in your direction.
It's difficult.
Did you expect them to cheer you on?
Certainly hoping they would.
What are you trying to prove to them?
What I'm trying to do is to make a significant difference in spaceflight and help make spaceflight accessible to almost anyone.
One of the most difficult choices I've ever faced in life was in 2008. I think I had like maybe $30 million left, or $30 or $40 million left in 2008. And I had two choices. I could put it all into one company, and then the other company would definitely die, or split it between the two companies. But if I split it between the two companies, then both might die. And you know, when you put your blood, sweat, and tears into creating something, or building something, it's like a child. And so it's like, which one am I going to let one starve to death? I couldn't bring myself to do it, so I split the money between the two. Fortunately, thank goodness, they both came through.
What was your biggest failure, and how did it change you?
Well, there's a ton of failures along the way, that's for sure. Like, so as I said, for SpaceX, the first 3 launches failed, and we're just barely able to scrape together enough parts and money to do the 4th launch. If that 4th launch had failed, we would have been dead. So multiple failures along the way. I tried very hard to get the right expertise in for SpaceX. I tried hard to find a great chief engineer for the rocket, but the good chief engineers wouldn't join, and the bad ones, well, there was no point in hiring them. So I ended up being chief engineer of the rocket. So if I could have found somebody better, then we would have maybe had less than 3 failures.
That 3rd failure in a row, did you think, I need to pack this in?
Never.
Why not?
I don't ever give up.
So many people tried to talk me out of starting a rocket company. It was crazy. One good friend of mine collected a whole series of videos of rockets blowing up and made me watch those. He just didn't want me to lose all my money. We're doing these things that seem unlikely to succeed, and we've been fortunate, and at least thus far they have succeeded. Now is the time to take risk. You don't have kids. As you get older, your obligations increase. And once you have a family, you start taking risk not just for yourself, but for your family as well. It gets much harder to do things that might not work out. So now is the time to do that before you have those obligations. So I would encourage you to take risks now. Do something bold. You won't regret it.
How did you figure you were going to start a car company and be successful at it?
Well, I didn't really think Tesla would be successful. I thought we would most likely fail. But I thought that we at least could address the false perception that people had that an electric car had to be ugly and slow and boring like a golf cart.
But you say you didn't expect the company to be successful, then why try?
If something's important enough, you should try, even if the probable outcome is failure.
Or how do you think about making a decision when everyone tells you this is a crazy idea? Or where do you get the internal strength to do that?
Well, first of all, I'd say I actually think I feel fear quite strongly. So it's not as though I just have the absence of fear. I feel it quite strongly. But there are just times when something is important enough, you believe in it enough, that you do it in spite of the fear. I think about what technology solution is necessary in order to achieve the particular goal, and then try to make as much progress in that direction as possible. I think being a multi-planet species and being out there among the stars is important for the long-term survival of humanity, and
That's one reason. But then the part that I find personally most motivating is that it creates a sense of adventure, and it makes people excited about the future. If you consider two futures, one where we are forever confined to Earth until eventually something terrible happens, or another future where we are out there on many planets, maybe even going beyond the solar system, I think that second version is incredibly exciting and inspiring, and there need to be reasons to get up in the morning. You know, life can't just be about solving problems. Otherwise, what's the point? There's got to be things that people find inspiring and make life worth living. When my brother and I were starting our first company, instead of getting an apartment, we just rented a small office and we slept on the couch. And we showered at the YMCA, and we're so hot up we had one computer, so the website was up during the day, and I was coding at night, 7 days a week, all the time. And I sort of briefly had a girlfriend in that period, and in order to be with me, she had to sleep in the office. So I work hard, like I mean, every waking hour. That's the thing I would say, particularly if you're starting a company. Whatever area that you get into, given that, you know, even if you're the best, there's always a chance of failure. So I think it's important that you really like whatever you're doing. If you don't like it, life is too short. If you like what you're doing, you think about it even when you're not working. I mean, it's something that your mind is drawn to, and if you don't like it, you just really can't make it work, I think.
Wow, wow, wow. Nice to see everybody. I hope you had a beautiful weekend. I had a beautiful weekend too. Dr. Mike, nice to see you. Bishop Juliet, Lawal, Donovan, nice to see all of you. This morning, I want to quickly give us an update of what's happening so far, right? Then the casino project, I also did some practice over the weekend, and I came to realize, or I conclude, that's not just my own conclusion, that the project is not going to be profitable in the long run, because as a trader, there are two things we consider. Number one is we're looking at the winning rate. How often do I win when I place my bets? All right, out of 10, do I win 5? Or do I win 6 times or 7 times? All right, even if I have the same bet. All right, so win rate is important. And when I looked at this whole thing, the win rate with this system, you can even sometimes in a very, very difficult market, you can even have as low as 3. When you have a system with a win rate of that means 30%, 40%, then in order for you to cover that 30% and 40%, you're going to need a risk-reward ratio of more than 2. Now, the risk-reward ratio of the casino project is 1. So we tried to develop a strategy to beat the machine, but yet over the weekend we discovered that there were more difficult sections. So as a result of that, I have decided that I'm going to stay with the investment bit. I did $50 something, and so far I think maybe by now I have up to almost $20. We can see that they have a signal section where they give signals to those who want to use the signal to trade. Maybe in the future I might consider it and combine it for myself, but I'm not really going to encourage anybody apart from those who are already in it to play with it. But once you lose your phone, don't deposit money into it, because in the long run it's not going to be profitable. That's my conclusion on the casino project. The BITFOOT is what I want to focus on now. I'm focusing on the BITFOOT. I'm supposed to have a meeting with Joseph Tran because I don't just want to jump into the BITFOOT until I gather all my information from all the people who have been in it and what happened, why did they make losses. I want to understand because it's a trading. I want to focus on trading from now till because I know these are real things. All right. So with the BITFOOTs, Joseph Tron has offered to help even my friend because I also need a trader's perspective. My friend, what is his name? Albert is also willing. He's in the US, very busy too, but we're trying to create time for me to really understand the trading bit of it. All right, and another person again who we also know, we're also starting a new project together. Maybe that one I'll talk about that tomorrow. That one is a beautiful one. We all know him, right? So, but it's a new project that we can do a purely decentralized system. Right? He's very excited about it. So he also is in BITFOOT. So these three people, I want to gather enough information from them because we all have access to the BITFOOT robot now, right? But I don't want us to jump in. This is a long-term thing. We don't want us to jump in. I want us to go in critically, study the way we took time to study the casino projects. All right, I'm going to take my time to study the BITFOOT and look at the possibilities of how we can make money through it because this is coin trading, right? And it's something that is sustainable. Then we also looking. I also talked about a project on Binance, all right, where basically you buy these robots and you can use it. You can trade spots and you can also trade futures, right? Because it's also very technical. I've seen people lose. I've saw someone lost $400 on the project, all right, because he wasn't doing it right. So, but for those who were trading the futures part of it, they were making a lot. Someone was able to turn $100 to 1,300 in 1 month. So things like that takes time. I want to take my time to understand it. Probably going to give me first week of January. By first week of January, I should come up with a very solid way to trade the Binance project. But for now, I want to start working on the BITFOOT so that by the end of this week, we can start having our live trading section like what we did for casino. I'm not going to have any live trading section for the casino again. I've taken my time to study that in the long run, it's not profitable, right? So if you're lucky and you fall into the soft time, it's like a game where you have the soft and the hard parts. I never really played game. I don't play game at all. My wife used to love games, right? And she played a lot of games. But for me, I don't like playing games at all because I rather focus on what will bring money than to waste my time playing games. But because this is a game that brings money, I took my time to study it and see if we can beat the machine. But no, can't. So for that, for the Binance one, it's going to be first week of January. If you want to join our team, you just have to be patient and let us study. Just imagine if we all jumped into the BITFOOT when they said, "Oh, you must. If you have $250 token, you must. Then you cannot ask." And we said, "No." You said if we have $50 worth of the distil, we can have it. Let's wait. Now we all have access. So those who ran in and do the 250 and so went in and rushed to it, they lost more money, a lot of money. To the extent that even Joseph Tran was, said, well, he said, for him, he said the first 1 week, he made a lot of money, over to almost $3,000. This trader he was following, all of a sudden the trader started misbehaving, lost a lot of money. So because of that, it just paused. And we also have seen several people like that who have also experienced similar things. So while we also I've seen also another person who's a trader who is equally making money. So what I want to do is to combine all the experiences and learn from the trader, all right, and then also apply our own strategy and see how we can all make money with BITFOOT because it's something that is worth learning, all right. If you want to participate in the bull run, you want to participate in this cryptocurrency market, which is already, yes, Forex is the biggest. And now we also have other market like normal centralized system, New York Stock Exchange and all these markets, right? Then, but there are other things too, like futures. All these things are all part of that 7 trillion daily volume of the forex. All right. So, but with crypto, we don't know. We don't understand where crypto is going. because crypto can do more than 7 trillion that we are seeing today. All right, but I don't know. I don't think crypto might will be able to get to 7 trillion like forex. All right, but even if crypto can do 10%, it's a lot. All right, crypto do 10% of what we are doing in forex, and because people why do the people trust forex? Because it is decentralized, but nobody controls it. Anything that people don't control is always, that's why I'm happy with the new project. Because I have this little projects where we can put in 50, 100, and because these places are just part of way of preserving your capital. You have to think about capital preservation before you think of how to add more, right? You already have things that bring in the capital, but how do I preserve it? Are you going to leave it in your local currency, or you're going to keep it in your USDT? All right, in this USDT, how do you protect your USDT wallet? At the end of the day, so these things, criminals are also thinking of as of how they can get hold of your coin. All right, but you have to think of how do you protect that. Then the second one is how do I add a little? If I have $1,000, can I add $5 to my 1,000? Can I add $10 to my 1,000? That's why we have all those other places. Then where do we make the big money? If you want to make like 20,000, want to make $50,000, these things come like once in a year, sometimes twice in a year. It's like forex. You want to make 40, 50,000, you can in a year. It can be once, right? It could be twice in a year because you're trading with a prop firm, not even your own account. I'm talking about because now you can have up to $1 million from companies to trade. So, but to make that big money, it doesn't come every day like the world system where you put money. No, that's not forex. All right, forex is not like that. Forex take time. It can take you a week. It can take you 1 month. It can take you 3 months to get that one big 10%. All right, if you get 10% of 1 million, that's $100,000, and these companies are willing to give you $80,000. So when you go online and see FTMO traders, you see them, someone has just got paid 110, someone's got 500,000. That is where we get the big money. Then we also can make the big money from the BITFOOT. But the BITFOOT is the meme coin where you have pump and dump. These things can do like 5,000%, 1,000%. But how do we protect ourselves? You see the way I took my time to study the casino and until I narrow it down to the extent that even if the market is bad, I showed you the failure point. Once this 3 failure point you occur, don't trade again. Look for another good time, which will work if you do it eventually. But I'm not going to push it because it's very, very difficult. Very, very, very difficult. But now just imagine if you understand now how to use the BITFOOT technology to buy this, to participate in this thing, and also copy good traders. It's a big it's a big opportunity we can't joke with. So that's also like the Binance, but the Binance one is also the same thing, but it's trading with a robot that you pay for annually. This robot is about $120. I don't know whether you $120 some gas fee. Now you can trade your spots and your futures on Binance. All right. So but there's a technical part of it. So that part of it is what I want to make sure I figure out before I start talking, because I don't want people to come in and sign up and put money and say, oh, no, I don't want anybody to lose crazy money. If you see the casino, nobody can tell you they lost money or something. At least they gain knowledge, and now they know they can play games instead of me playing useless games. I'd rather take my casino, because I always do the casino. I just go there, make some money. Maybe some days I make some, I'm okay, but to take it as a serious thing, no, take it as a serious. Then we, in the trading aspect too, we also have futures. I have traded the futures. I understand how that one works. Of course, our FS system is still going on smoothly. Then for the mics project, I noticed that now we have 2 mic. Our distant mic is here. So nice to see him in the house. Then we also have Mike Spain. Mike Spain has given us several projects. Only 2 of those projects failed in the early days, right? The VIP stuff, one other one. Every other project Mike gave us is still working. They are still working. So we all of them, VGQ, we have the AIS something, the one you do the task quantify every day that look like BGPC. Sometimes the fake ones come in, but the original ones You see, then we have now the forex one. The forex, we're looking at how you can, preserve your capital, but some when you can put something small and maybe over time that something small can grow and become big. All right, that's the idea. Start small. All right. And for me, I now encourage people to really learn how to really keep their money in USDT. This kind of system, you just took what you can afford to do. You understand it. I put this 100 or 5, whatever it is. It's okay with $50. Most of them are just with a minimum of $50. You can participate. That's nothing. Gives you time to understand it. And for those of you who are builders who can start now, you can now sign up. It's not just one. Before you just put all your heart in one system and say, oh, this one will give us a lot of money. You put all your no. Now you can have, for me, I don't care having up to like 10 different cash flow systems where I just go, some of them you do your task every day. You have all the link in your private chat where you just click on this one. If there is a task you do, you go in and you do your task. You go in. That's what we've been doing since. That's how since this DGBT went down, and every other business, mostly the trash. The trash was the most devastating that we didn't even talk about. DGBT was just a scratch, so much $100 because that's the kind of thing I like. I like those you can put in $100 and because with $100, if DGBT was a project, a good one, by now it would look like $4,000 every day. All right. These are the kind of things I like. But trash, you needed a lot of money to earn something. If you don't have $10,000, you can't even get $120 in a day. So we said, okay, it's the SEC license, and which is in the US. We checked everything. This is our family business. Oh, praise God, we got a good business now. And we want to put all our money there. And what happened now? We don't know what is going on. We're praying. But we all know that when things like this happen, you know how it will always turn out. So we want to focus on trading, 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 trading. Futures also, I told you that I'm very, very also good at that. There's also liquidity for futures like forex. We have a lot of liquidity for forex. We have, when I say liquidity, is funding. When you are doing business, you also need to do business where you can get funding from an external source. That's why businessmen who have access to loan, why you see why many of them do well, right? For those who really know what they are doing. Like if you are an entrepreneur in Africa, you have access to credit and you are able to access loan from the banks easily. I'm telling you, you do well. You'll be making millions. While others who just want to take the money to show off that they are doing well will end up losing the money. That's why the banks are not happy. See, okay, we want to support you because they need cash flow. A lot of people are not keeping the money there again. So credit is important. So with Forex, we have credit. That means you can have companies that are willing to give you even as much as 400,000 to trade and make profit. They will give you 80%. We also have the same in futures. There's a US company that can give you up to $50,000 account to trade on futures if you can prove that you can trade. Now in Binance, why do I also like Binance Futures? Because in Binance Futures, for those of you who lost, all right, you can do your spot. But if you master the art of trading, all right, you can also, with as little as $100, $50, hold very large positions on Binance, as much as 10x on futures. So just with 10x, you have $1,000. Now 10x is as you have $1,000 worth of Bitcoin. Also, if you have $1,000 and you 10x, is that like $10,000 worth of Bitcoin, which you can, it's about holding a value. All right. That's what it's about, what life is about, it's a business or one market. It's about holding a value that sustain the value or it can appreciate. So if I hold certain amount of Bitcoin and I'm able to hold it for 2 days and it appreciates, the Binance is willing to give me the profit that I made on that $1,000 or $10,000 Bitcoin, as long as I have some margin to protect them from loss. So because if the thing should go south, all right, then they want you to lose your margin. It makes sense. So margin trading is something that for me it looked difficult, but just the way we studied Forex and now we have our own strategy that is also working in Forex. That's where we can have a strategy that will work in all these trading platform because trading is really what I've seen that is working, right? And maybe our local businesses, for those of you who do stuff locally, I tell you in your area, if you have money, buy these trucks. These trucks that help to pack the debts or whatever. Just contribute something rentals that people can rent. And that's one can also do something. But online is where you can really get crazy money. That's why people cannot ignore online. Because that if you want to get card, if you don't have access to credit from the bank or you don't want loans, for me, I don't even want anything like a debt on my name. That's just the fact. That's why I live a very low-key life, my life. I don't like loans. I don't like people. I don't go to people for help. Say, help me, give me money. No, I live within what I have. I work within that means. My wife and I, we know we can work within that and live our life within that means. We plan our month, we plan everything. Everything is planned, and we're okay with it. Instead of let's take something. Remember when we're starting our real estate project? Oh, we're advising you. You need to take some money, take some loans. We're trying to help us get loans from the UK, some 10 million, 70 pounds and all that. So, okay, all this money now, we bring it and build the house. And what if people don't pay on them? So we're not really ready to put ourselves in that line. Let's just stay on our corner and be building slowly. Surely that 10 million, we can get it from trading. So that's the decision we made. Just stay, use what little we have and build instead of putting yourself in debt. But if you have a genuine business that can work and you have access to credit, good. The reason why I like the credit we have in Forex and futures, and even the one you can access through their futures, is because when there is loss, they don't hold you. If you take 100 million, let's say you are trading 1 million or $500,000 with any Forex institution. If you lose 50,000, they will not come and say, "Oh, this 50,000 you have to pay." No, the only thing you lose is the fee, because if they don't put a fee, everybody can just access it. But they are really looking for good traders. They know that if we can get a good traders that can trade and take advantage of the movement of the market, this is a big asset. While you are trading 500,000 for them, they have connected your 500,000 to a $50 million account. So your 500,000, even giving you the 20%, 80% is nothing to them. As long as they've studied you, and this kind of trader is a long-term sustainable. His trading is sustainable, and they can see your trade. They profile you. You see, so that's why trading the margin is huge. You can't overlook it and say, "Oh, well, no, I don't have time. I can't trade. Trading is too difficult." No, 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 no. There are things like this BITFOOT. If they show you how to do it, there's one of our Madam Jessica. When you see the way she do stuff on but I didn't know that, Madam, you know all those things. She said, "Well, what can I do? I have to look at this trading stuff." So we should all start looking at you know this trading thing, using the robots. That's why I like this project I want to start working on, and which we already have BITFOOT and the Binance project. They are all robots. My own is to study the robot and show you how to do it without you coming in and losing money immediately. So this is where I'm going to stop here. Every other thing is working. The project from Mike, I told you only 2 failed. Every other one is working. The new one I brought, I already explained that one. You can start with as low. They are doing Forex. With $50, you are getting $1 every day for 70 days. So you are going to get like $70 after 70 days. There are different packages. They have shared it with you. Study it. Between now and the end of the year, you can decide, okay, I'm going to spread my fund like this, like that. And that's all. Well, that's what it's about. Then the coin bit of it, we have given you about 18 coins that you can buy with as low as $10. We're adding more. We have some more that I'm also looking at. So by the end of the day, we might end up with about 30 different coins that you can put in, investing money in little by little by 2025, so that you can participate in the bull run. So it's going to be all about trading and trading and trading. So like Elon Musk said, he said if something is important enough, you should try it, even if the possible outcome is failure. So there's no need to be angry at failure. No, if we didn't try the casino projects, we think, oh, maybe that thing is good, maybe we'll make so much money, but I have to try it and lost. I lost money. Yes, at least I lost about $100 just on the casino project alone. And I can tell you, none of the people they lost money because I told them put $30 on your center. No. And then we said, no, we're not going to put rush in. Let's study it. And I studied it. After studying it as a trader, I came to a conclusion that you can't be profitable with it. And I've given you reason. Talk about the winning rate and I talk about the risk reward ratio. If that too is not enough for you, right? You know. So okay. So it's also Elon Musk also talk about. I said there's need to be um, to know to have a reason for waking up in the morning, right? The reason why you wake up in the morning shouldn't be only to solve problem. It should be the excitement of the future you see, the excitement of the future you see, the thing you mean. I don't know what excites you. There must be something that excites you about the future, that keeps you alive, that keeps you want to be healthy. You're not looking at what brought you the challenges, the failure. No, you say no, because of this thing. I want to see this BITFOOT. I want to see how profitable I will be if I master it. This particular project, this forest that I'm learning. I want to see how this whatever this online cash flow systems that we have different ones now. I want to see the end of the project. Like we said, this December is when you know whether the good ones and the bad ones. If they cross December and January, we are still there, then you know that we are moving. So some of them are shaky, like the local ones. Um, Pastor Mike is here. I'm sure I would really like him to give us update because so far the two local ones like the Google and the VGPay it's not working. In fact, the Google, we can't even access the website. Then the VGPay withdrawals to we can't even withdraw money. We can't even do the task again now. And we invested a lot of money into this, right? But what can we do? That is why we are here. We're here to test the water and get bonds and move. Not to complain. It's just move. But I don't know. So, Pastor Mike, at this point, I would really like you to give us a brief of because we are recording this for our community. Many people are not here, but at least they can watch it later and know where we are. So I really like you, Pastor Mike, to give us updates on these two project, VGPay and Google.
Okay, thank you, sir. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Thank you. Sorry, it's been the last week has been a very eventful week for us because we had our Shiloh 2024. So that's why I was missing in the Zooms. Thank God I'm able to make it again. Yes. Concerning the Google, I think the premonitions has really it's like becoming reality now because it's obvious they have gone. It's obvious they've gone. Since on the 11th, I noticed that the group, the discussion group, the public group was muted, and then they gave some reason for that. And then many days later, up till today, they are still muted. And then the hiring director, also so-called, she's been offline since on the 12th, just like that, no trace. And then just 2 days ago, or was it yesterday? We also noticed that the website is now inaccessible. So the indicators are all obvious that it's another scam, it's another fraud. But what really is so agitating about this is that even in the public discussion group, you see people speaking tree, you see them writing in tree, talking to the community in tree, and you want to there are local people also attending to people on the platform. How does this work? How can all this how is there complicity between local and it's just so embarrassing. It's just so disgusting. But that takes me, the word of God says that in times like this, people will be so intelligent, so genius in creating wicked inventions, wicked and evil ways to do evil. So I mean, it's so heartbreaking. But then, what can we do? We just have to move on. We have to move on. As for me, I've always known that anytime I'm safe in the hands of God, I'm safe. And I always encourage everybody. Let us lay our heads in God so that whatever happens, God has our back. You see? Yes. So as for Google, what really gave me the reason to go into it initially was because these guys I know, these other pastor friends I know that has been there for months, some of them bought cars. They are building houses. They are doing so much projects from this platform, and it's because maybe they joined early. But that doesn't take away the fact that it's fraud. So please, I want to say sorry to the house and encourage everyone. Please, let's take it with a strong heart and move on. God is a restorer, and there was going forward, we will be restored. VDPay, there are still so many issues with the platform. Me too. I've not been able to do my task for 3 days now. So, but they are saying today, they gave a date today that today there will be a major update. So we are waiting. But now we just can't put our minds to these things. You see, I'm exploring other avenues that I know are very genuine. Very genuine. There's a feature in Binance that I'm exploring. It's very genuine. Very, very, very genuine. It's an amazing opportunity. I'm exploring it, and when I'm done, I think I will find a way to also make it known to the house.
Thank you very much. So that means the BTPay and the Google project is gone. We thank God. For me, I'm happy that we didn't really promote it. We told people to wait until January because we're testing it. My wife, at least we invested about $500 in the two projects, and it's gone. It's okay. So like I said, these new projects that we have now currently, for the ones that will move into January and beyond. All right, tomorrow I'm looking at, we are going to be talking about a new decentralized system as well, come from a good friend. And that one too is just a cash flow system too. All right, then like I said, on the trading part of it, we are going to really work on the trading systems like the BITFOOT and Binance projects. All right, so that we can have a sustainable system alongside these high risk system. Because we can't stop high risk. Right, we can't. We just have to move on. So Esther, your hand is raised.
Thank you so much. I'm so happy to see you talking like this. You were not feeling well, but I'm happy you are looking good.
You have to compose yourself.
So what I wanted to say to the house is I'm just happy that not all of us entered into the Google. I was trusting it a little bit, not completely. The UPay, I don't believe in it anymore because we've seen these things before where they keep promising updates before you realize they are gone. So we have already cut our losses, and the Google too, we've also cut our losses. And one thing, that's why one thing I want to let the house know is this is the way these people work, okay? December is when everybody from October or going to wait to December, they know people are looking for money for Christmas celebration. Okay, so investments are put in heavily towards that. So during that time, it becomes profitable for the scammers because at that time, they know as people are putting in money in, okay, they will want, the reason why they don't like January, the scammers don't like January is because January, by that time, you would have done the festivity season, you spent all your money, you don't even have any money anymore left. You are trying to just survive January to see how you get investment opportunities and all that. So January is not their month. They don't like it at all. They hate it. So December is always the time they shut their things because by then you want to raise money for the Christmas and that's the time they pull the plug and run away with your money. That's what we've observed. And so you have to be careful from October all the way to December. You always have to be careful what you go because at that time there will be so many other businesses that will be coming up. And if you are in any business from January going and it gets to October and it's going to December, no matter how good the business is, you need to watch out because you don't know a scam project from a real project, except when it's decentralized. Okay, when it's decentralized, it's a different football game because that one nobody has control over it. But where the person has control over it, you need to watch yourself because around that period, that is when they start trying to pull the plug. From October, November, December, you see them cropping up. So if you want to participate in them, you do not put your whole life savings into it. You put what you are willing to lose. And if you're a networker, so don't promise having a net for anybody at that period, because those are the period that is not safe for anybody to invest. That's why there are some people, they don't invest around that time. They will not even put money in any platform at all. They will relax and wait for January because January is when the beginning comes. That's why my husband said those who will survive to January, because January, that is when you will see the ones that are going to last long. Even the high risk, like the DGPT type that will last for a year, you will see them, they are looking a little bit realistic. Sometimes they will last through the December into January, into February, into March, but they have a target of 1 year. And some of them have a target of 6 months. Some of them have a target of 8 months. So once you are in there, be calculating and withdrawing your money and planning around it, because that is how high risk is, so that you do not put all your life into it. And then also for you to understand the meme coin and the bull run. The bull run happens every 3 years. It doesn't happen every day. It's every 3 years it happens. And that is when you see coins making exponential increase that you've never seen before. They can make 2,000 times, they can make 5,000 times. So you see that there is always a caliber of rich people that come out of that place. So sometimes you see somebody who buy coin and leave it. No, don't just buy coin and leave it. If you want to participate in the bull run, as my husband has given us 18 coins, and he's even planning to add more to make it 30, you can buy as many as possible. Normally, the bull run is in twofold. We have the one which is the mother of all coins, which is the Bitcoin and the Solanas, and those are the coins. Okay. Then we have the tokens. So after the coins have finished their bull run, that's when the tokens also go for their bull run. Okay. So once the bull run is done, around March, April, May, June, you start seeing the coin going high. So that is once you start seeing March, April, May, start planning a liquidation plan. If you think it has reached the amount you want, because it's crazy. Sometimes you can use $10 to make 2,500. Some people can use $100 to make even 5,000. It's very crazy in that market, okay? So once you see the money you want, and that's why he's buying, because we don't know which of the coins are going to make it. So if you buy out of these 30, and even 10 of them should do well, my God, your life will change forever. So once these things happen and you are able to take this bull run, then you relax. Now you just be trading bit by bit with the BITFOOT. Don't be buying coins after the bull run, because bull run, some of the tokens will just become shit coins, excuse me to say. After the bull run, they will just go back and then become nothing again. Some of them too will be there. They will be making some small gains. So every time there is a bull run, you buy the coin and hold it. Once you finish the bull run, liquidate all your money and now take your time to now look at the market again and say, okay, I want to get this coin. This coin is the market cap is good. It is doing these percentages and all that. But when it comes to the tokens, be careful, because tokens can easily lose. It's only coins that can keep going, like Litecoin, like Solana, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and all these other coins. Those ones, they always grow in value as time goes on. But tokens, it's not all of them that can stay that longer. Some of them lose value immediately. So you have to have this knowledge. Then finally, concerning the BITFOOT, as my husband is saying, is learning about it and we can take advantage of it. And as I'm saying, it's not all traders. As Joseph Tran said, he is not a trader per se. He's just taking advantage of the BITFOOT. What my husband wants to do is to teach you how to also trade alongside you copying the traders. Why Albert is making money is because he knows how to trade the meme coin. So as the trader he's copying is watching the way he trades, and he trades alongside that trader. So it's not only copying the trader, he's also trading alongside the trader. So even if the trader fucked up, he can continue trading and making money alongside. So this is the knowledge my husband wants to impart. And as he's giving us the wallet to copy, he's also teaching us how to trade alongside these traders. Then concerning the other one, okay, the decentralized ones on Binance, where you buy a robot. The reason why I like those ones is because the people don't control your money. You have your money. You are just using the robot. The robot is trading for you. It is not like a Traj where the money is with them and they are trading it for you. No, this one, you are paying for only the robot. The robot is trading on your behalf in your wallet. So basically, you are just paying for the robot, and the robot does the work.
Just remind me now of Skainet. You know, Skainet, I told you the other time that I didn't see profits on Skainet, but I didn't know that the profit was actually going to the back office. So on the Skainet project, we've been in it now for 3 months or less than 3 months. With the 100, we went for the premium account, the premium robot, which is almost $100, 99.9. But by the time you pay all the charges, you end up with 100 and something, maybe $101. Then we just did $100 on the MT5. So, and it's been trading, but we at the end of the day, we still have $100 balance. So we didn't know that every day the profit is withdrawn and sent to your back office. So when I checked yesterday, I noticed that we made about $28. But what they do is they take half of that profit. So you have about $14 in about 3 months or less than 3 months. So this is your own robot. You pay annually. So for me, $14 is about 3.9 or 3-point-something% every month. All right. So I think it's a good one too, because at the end of the day, it's about capital preservation and also adding some profits to what you have. So most of these ones that have robots, Skainet, you don't need to do anything. The robot just trade for you, but you can still make some profit. So just imagine if it's $1,000, that's like 140 in 3 months added to your one. And after 6 months, the capital is released. All right. So we have all these many projects. You know, you've heard of Skainet, most of you, but because I was not seeing the profit, I wasn't really interested in pushing it, because if we are not seeing profit, why should we tell people to do it? But now we can see. Yesterday, I confronted them, the international page, and they said, oh, the profit is in the back office. And when I went there, I saw profits. All right. So that's that about the Skainet. So Esther, are you done?
No, I was just left with something smart.
All right, I just wanted to chip that in because I didn't talk about it.
Okay.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, the Skainet too is still there, but that one is forex. They as you know the process. We now found out, as my husband just explained. Then concerning the Binance one, it's all about robots. You are just paying for the robots, and then robots, you have your money in your account and it trades for you. So you have control over your money. You are just paying for the robots. Okay. So that's what my husband said in January, because the reason why he doesn't want anybody to we have children, we all have kids in the house who need to celebrate Christmas, okay? And we have to give them that Christmas celebration. It has been a difficult year. It has been a very hard year for all of us. The losses were so much, we lost so much money. It's crazy. But God being on our side, God always strengthening us and giving us the grace and the favor to protect us. He always finds a way to strengthen us in the face of adversity. This is the time to let the children enjoy the Christmas, which is the remembrance of the birth of Christ. It's very important. Don't let this Christmas go by your children because you made some losses. You have to give them, let them enjoy, take them to church, let them watch Christmas movies, buy them clothes, buy them gifts. So my husband is like, we'll do the Binance in January so that parents can give their children a Christmas celebration. Even it doesn't have to be extravagant, something small. I am doing something small, like just bought chicken breast to do a very nice stir fries, or even rice with beef sauce for the children, for even the woman who comes to clean our house. I told her, bring your children, let them enjoy. She was just looking at me quietly because she knows things have not been easy for everybody. But I told her, Christmas is Christmas. Don't ever let your children feel as if things are so hard that you can't celebrate them, please. We should never reach that point. Never. We should always let the children have the moments of their life. And because God is favorable. In my spirit, I have a victory note that next year, 2025, is going to be a beautiful year, a year of favor for us. Like, we will make money like dust. We will make money like gold. Like, we will make money like gold dust. That's how it will be. You clean and it keeps coming. That's what I have that victory note in my spirit. And that's what I want to communicate to all of us in this room. The fact that this year was bad. It was bad because we had, I don't know how to say this, but let me just use 1 minute to say this. This year, there was a lot of demonic forces in the air, excuse me to say, and people will not understand, because when you have leaders who are into demonic practices, they allow all sorts of things in the air. And when you have a bad government, when the righteous rule, there is happiness. When wickedness rule, people groan. That's what happened to us in 2024. We went through a lot of stress because there were so much demonic forces, but Christians prevailed. We prayed and God put righteous leaders. Now these righteous leaders are going to usher the spirit of favor, spirit of grace, spirit of joy. You can even feel it in the atmosphere right now, even though we have Amatan. Amatan is so crazy now. It's not easy. But I just wanted to communicate that victory note in my spirit. My husband and I are feeling it. We're already feeling 2025, even behind 2024.
Pastor Mike, I hope you come to Accra. Maybe when you pass by, you come over to the house. Let's see.
Yes.
Since you are in Ghana.
Queen Esther, you are just saying it. You are saying it. Honestly,
Yes.
you are saying it.
Let's come and enjoy
I
Christmas.
agree with you. 100%. Thank you. Please say it again and again if you are so correct.
Thank you so much. So I feel that victory note because we have righteous leaders, and And the Spirit of God's presence is all over the air. The demonic forces are all falling off and things are exposing everywhere. So it's a good moment for us to celebrate. This is not the moment to start thinking about the money you lost and start feeling remorseful and making your children pay for it by crying. Please let your children enjoy this Christmas and also enjoy the Christmas because God has made 2025 a beautiful year for us. And the systems we are getting, my God, they are systems that are going to be here for. I don't like to use the name forever because forever is only for Christ. Because even you as a human being, you are not going to live forever. You will only live forever in the realm of the spirits, but not in the realm of the physical. So what I would say is that it's going to be here for a very long time if Jesus tarries. Okay, so it's very important. That's why we are taking our time. This is Christmas period. If you have any money and you want to invest, fine, but please keep your children's Christmas money aside. Don't add it to that investment. Let them enjoy their Christmas. It's very important to me. It's so important to me.
Thank you.
So thank you very much. I'm grateful for the opportunity given to me. Thank you.
All right. So I have Bishop and Dot Bond. I don't know whether they have something to add. Then we close. Bishop, Juliet, how are you?
Thank you very much, sir. Good morning, sir.
Morning. How was the weekend?
Yes, sir. Good morning. Good morning, house.
Morning.
Yeah, I'm really very happy and grateful to you for all the updates you are giving to us. Anyone you see that they've started blinking their eyes, you always alert us to know what is going on and what is happening. I really appreciate that. That's a great guideline that you are giving us. That even though we are going to lose, we are not going to lose heavily, just like the way we lost the other time. I really appreciate you, sir. I've also detected some things in that casino that sometimes they just unnecessarily make the games difficult so that you will definitely lose. And they want to gain, we too will want to gain. But I really appreciate you for the balance you are giving us so that we can know how to tread on. So thank you very much, sir. I really appreciate it. And most of these projects, I looked at it and I also decided to join by January. That was my intention, that January, let me look at them this December. By January, I would join. And it was all because of the advice you gave that we should hold on. Some of us can join. Some of us have not started. We can hold on to January. Just took that advice. I said, let me hold on to January. So that was how I was saved from the Google and all that. yes. That was how I was saved from all those ones. So I really appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much. We move, sir. We move.
Yes, thank you. Dot Bond.
Yeah, morning, sir.
Morning, sir. Nice to see you.
Yes.
Oh, what happened? Sorry, I just I think Dot Bond. Sorry, I'm trying to unmute you. Can you
Hello,
unmute
sir.
yourself?
Morning.
Yes. Morning.
Yeah. I said as per the Google, I was almost ready until when I sent a message to them and they said they didn't know anything about that platform. So I was a bit skeptical, but I was taking your advice that we should wait till January. So I said, okay, let me hold on a little bit. But I went back to my trading, my crypto trading that I was doing before DGPT, and all is well. That's when I said to you, and I said, well, you guys should look into it. It's been working, it's well. Trading it's been wonderful.
I'll look at it. I'll look at it, I'll look at it. And once I studied it and I understand it, I'll bring it to the community. Because for me, cash flow, anything that brings money and is good, we'll do it. Right. So thank you very much for the honor of bringing it to our notice. Thank you, sir.
All right.
All right, guys. At this time, we will just close the Zoom. Like I said, there's a new decentralized system that is coming up tomorrow too. That one too is just with about $51 you need to start. You need 4 people. All right.
if you want to build a team on it, it's decentralized. So you just need to have 4 people under you on that one. So tomorrow I'll update us on it. Right, these are the projects we want to test this year. Of course, this one we're not testing. This one is a purely decentralized system, and I think it's going to give us a lot of money by next year as well. So see you later during the support section for those who want to sign up into any of the projects. We'll have the support section by 10:30, all right, which is 11:30 Nigerian time for you to sign up. All right. Thank you. God bless you. Do have a beautiful week. Bye.
Bye, sir. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Thank you.